My name is Helen. By the special grace of God, I am the convener of Marriage on the Rock and Singles with Purpose. Family planning is our broad topic, but today I really want us to quickly go into checking the biblical perspective about family planning. What exactly is the Bible saying about family planning? Is the Bible in support of family planning or not? What exactly is the mind of God? What is God saying, or what is God trying to let us know about family planning? All of this will be a point of discussion today. Let's quickly rush in quick succession. Let's quickly see the mind of God about family planning. The Bible consistently sees or views children as blessing, just as we have it in the book of Psalm 127 verse 3 that was speaking to us about children being the heritage from God. And then again, we know that the Bible supports procreation, because the Bible told us in the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 28 to be fruitful and multiply. That's the blessings of God. The basic truth is this, that the Bible never mentioned family planning. No, there is no place specifically that speaks about family planning in the Bible. But there are other certain things we need to consider. The Bible does not directly mention modern family planning or contraception, because you know why? These concepts they evolved with technologies, and then they didn't exist in the biblical times. But interpretation is key anyway. We also know about the story of Onan in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, when he spills the seeds. We know the judgment of God about that, and then this is always a debatable topic among Christians. But there are certain things we bring to our understanding today when it comes to family planning, when it comes to you planning your family, when it comes to you having children responsibly. Some people said that Onan was struck dead by God because he spilled the seed. But the issue is that Onan was struck dead by God because he refused to fulfill the familiar duty. It is not a statement of bad control. And then other thing I want us to quickly consider is stewardship and responsibility. You having children is not the only thing you should consider. Yes, because the Bible calls children blessings, and then the Bible recommends procreation, but still the same way we should consider responsibility and then stewardship. You know that all the children you would have, they are gift from God. They are put in your charge to take care of them. They are in your charge to look after them. So there is accountability, there is stewardship, and then responsibility. These are what we should look into when it comes to family planning. So theologically, I just want us to consider these basic things about stewardship in the book of Luke chapter 14:28. Jesus talks about counting the cost before building a tower. The principles is applied to family size and then planning. You need to sit down and count your cost. Okay, if I am gonna have 10 children, would I be able to sponsor all of them? Would I be able to make them count? Would I be able to be a correct father or a correct mother? So before you plan the size of your family, it is very, very important for you to actually think about it. You count your cost. If your pocket will be able to sponsor or to cater for all of them, what's the point of bringing forth children that you cannot be responsible for? I think this is a point that we should consider. Again, I want us to look at love and responsibility. In the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8, it was speaking about we providing for the members of our family. Would you be able to provide for all of them? Would you be able to love them equally? Would you be able to sponsor them? So there is a need for you to think about you being responsible so that you can plan your family responsibly. There are some other people that actually believe that pregnancy should be left entirely to God's will, like seeing family planning as a lack of faith in God. Some other people believe that we should not rely on human knowledge about controlling our family size. That is another way of looking at that, is from some other people's perspective. Let's quickly look at the practical perspective about family planning. What about the health of the mother? Spacing like childbirth can actually protect her well-being. Don't you think so? What about economic stability? Some families consider their financial ability to support more children, while some does not have the ability to support as much as A can support, B might not be able to support that. The economical stability, it is a factor to be considered. What about the emotional capacity? Do you really think it is easy to go through childbearing, the processes of raising children? It is not an easy task. Yes, we know about God's sovereignty, about everything, about mankind, about humankind, about pregnancy, about childbearing, about reproductions, about we dominating the earth and then we bringing forth new ones. Yes, we understand, but please, I want us to quickly go into the practical aspect, the practical perspective about family planning, because we need to understand the need for you and I to plan my family so that we would not be judged wrongly at long run. Do you want to hear what my final thoughts are about family planning? Let me quickly read to you from here. I'll say that Christian family planning is not about rejecting children. No, we are not rejecting children, but it is about welcoming them wisely. Yeah. Whether a couple has many kids or not, what matters is that their decisions are rooted in faith. It is centered in love and then guided by prayer and discernment. So when you are planning your family, please you should consider all those factors. What's the essence of you having 10 children when you cannot be responsible for one? I want us to also understand that family planning, it is like a steward. So if you cannot be faithful in raising 10, please do not bring 10 forward. If you know your ability, your capability in all realms, can only tutor, mentor, be responsible, be steward, be responsible for just 2, please go ahead and have 2. And if you know that you can raise 20, that's good, but please be ready to be accountable for as many offspring that come out from you. Even though the Bible did not speak specifically about you controlling your family, about you planning your family, but the Bible did speak about stewardship, about accountability, about you counting your cost, and then about you doing what you feel is necessary for the members of your household. Raising them well is more important than having many. So what's the point of you having many that you cannot look after? What is the point of you having many that you cannot cater for? That irresponsibility is not part of Christianity. So we have to live responsibly. So have children responsibly. Plan your family responsibly. I pray the Lord bless you.